Right, let's start today's session. So this is the first session of your Python full stack development. In this session, I'm going to discuss complete Python full stack development subjects. Okay, so that means if you want to become a Python full stack web developer, what subjects you need to learn? First, let me give the clarity on the subjects. Subject number 1, which is mandatory, Python. And then subject number 2, Django. So this is not a programming language, it is a framework actually. And subject number 3, REST API. And then number 4, Flask. Number 5, UI basics, which is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and then Bootstrap. Okay, these are the UI basics. And finally, database tools, SQLite 3 and also MySQL. These are the total 6 subjects you must and should learn if you want to become a Python full stack developer. And here I would like to give some clarity because some students are looking only for Python. They don't really require remaining things like Django, REST API, Flask and all. Okay, but who should learn with only Python? Who should go with complete Python? We discuss. So in Python, I'm going to cover core and advanced programming. Core Python, and that means basic Python. Advanced Python means complete advanced level programming PBT, like OOPS concept, multi-threading, database communication. Okay, there are several things on there. So if you are looking for only Python, the duration of this Python course is 45 working days to 2 months. Means up to 2 months I'm going to take to finish this Python. Only Python if I need. Or else if you are looking for complete full stack development course, including frameworks, including design tools like UI basics, including database tools, MySQL and SQLite. So total full stack development course duration is minimum 4 months, maximum 4.5 months. Okay. Now the point is, who should go with only Python? If your requirement is after learning Python, okay, do you want to go with AI or ML, machine learning, or data science, or data analytics, or else AWS, DevOps? In this area, if you are looking your career, Python is only enough for you. Because data science, data analytics, AI and ML, DevOps, AWS, these are compulsory. Python is required for these all. Python is the prerequisite subject for these all. If your plan is like that, to go to data science, AWS, DevOps, AI and ML, go for only Python. So for them, I don't recommend to learn all these rest of the things. And second category students are there. Like, sir, I don't want to go to any data science or AI and ML. My career should be in complete full stack development process only. Means I recommend to learn all these 6 subjects. To become full stack developer, go for all. Or only exclusive Python you need for usage of in other applications, your mainstream applications like data science, data analytics, then go for only Python. Option is yours, decide. Okay. Now let me explain each and every subject purpose first. And remember, sir, each and every session is going to be recorded. The same session recorded video will upload to your Google Drive once we complete the 4 demo sessions. You have 4 demo sessions. You can feel free to attend 4 demos. After completion of 4 demos, then you can decide whether you want to continue with my lecture or not. Okay. So continuation is important. I try to attend 4 demo lectures so that you will get more clarity. Okay. So next, every session recording video will upload to your Google Drive, and every subject related PDF material also will upload to your mail. So in the class, you need not to write any notes. Even I don't give any notes, you need not to write any notes. Meanwhile, if you have really laptops, then please come with laptops. Along with me, you just try to practice in the classroom itself. Okay. Who are attending online, they simply listen and they can do practice later after completion of classes. That's their work. Okay. Fine. Let's give the clarity about these subjects because people will learn complete full stack subjects. Each subject purpose you must and should have it first. What is that subject name and what purpose it can be used? Then it will be easy to learn. So I'm saying that in total full stack development subject 6, which I have written, in this you are going to learn only one language, which is Python language, one programming language, Python. Remaining all not languages. These 3 are frameworks. The 2 Python-based frameworks. And this is designing purpose, UI technologies, user interface preparation. We can do with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. And the database tools also you must and should learn because you are the full stack developer. The developer who is having an idea or knowledge on database, on design, on coding, on frameworks, then that person called as full stack developer. For example, I am learning only Python. So they used to call me Python developer, that's it. No full stack developer. So in my company, for example, I joined based on Python. So my role is to involve Python coding only in the project development. All of a sudden, project completed. And my company taking up next Django or REST API projects. But my role will be fit in the no. The company people are need to be high the candidates who are enough knowledge with Django, REST API like this. But imagine that you have applied a job as a Python developer, full stack developer. You got a job as a Python full stack developer. First, initially, your role is Python. Once Python project was done, next what they are going to take up like Django or REST API, then your role will be continue in that company because you are the good at all subjects, right? So they don't need to hire the people again who are expecting Django REST API because the existing resources are there. The company people already hired full stack employees or that employees only can fit for the next upcoming projects, right? So full stack developer lifespan is more when compared to normal exclusive development. Okay, full stack means you can play any role in company. But people may think like that. Suppose if you are joined as a full stack developer, you need not to do daily work on Python, Django, REST API, and so on. No. First, initially, whenever the project is going to start, they decide your role first for that project. For that project, if they decide your role as Python, you should work on Python. If your role they decided with Django, then you should work on Django. Okay. So full stack developer advantages means once company hire the full stack developers, the resources can be utilized in any aspect. In the process of Django, in the process of Python, like that. This is the full stack developer roles and responsibilities in the company. First, let me talk about Python because each and every subject purpose you must and should aware. So first, Python is a programming language. Python is a programming language. Generally, any programming language is used to write coding part for the application development. Yes, Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. If you want to develop any software applications with Python, language compulsory with programming language. Literally, we are going to write coding completely with Python. In all these subjects, Django, REST API, Flask, whatever you write the logic that belongs to what? Python. So that's what you must be good at Python only before going to learn rest of the framework. So Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. Fine. Next, subject number 2. What is this Django? Here you can call it as Django also. T is the silent. Now, Django is not a programming language. Then what is Django? It is a framework which is used to develop the web applications. What we can develop by using Django framework means web applications. Web application means in real-time usage like Flipkart, Amazon, Insta, or banking applications, SBI, ICICI, online ICICI. These are websites or web applications. Do you want to develop such kind of web application development in Python full stack? You must and should use what framework? Django framework, compulsory. And mainly, to start learn Django, compulsory you must have the prior knowledge of Python. Without having knowledge of Python, you can't go for Django. Not possible. The reason is why means Django is a Python-based web development framework. Python-based web development framework it is. Django is a Python-based web development framework. Why? Because Django is completely written in Python language. In which language they written? Python language. So that means Django can understand only Python instructions. So you should supply the Python instructions, then only Django can understand. That means by developing web applications using Django framework, complete code you should write in which language? Python language. So the prerequisite subject for Django is Python. If you know Python, you can start with Django. Otherwise, but people may ask, sir, what is the prerequisite subject for learning Python? No prerequisites. Starts with Python only. People may ask like this, to start learning with Python, should I have the knowledge on C language or C++ or any computer program knowledge? No, not required. The reason is what? Python itself it's claiming as like it's a basic language. Okay, to learn this basic language, again, you don't have knowledge on any other basic language like C, C++. According to me, Python compared to Python, C language and C++ are the tough languages, according to the syntax and coding snippet wise. But Python is very straightforward syntaxes, no complex syntaxes. It's very easy language. And another important point I want to tell you, to learn Python full stack development course, you need not to think about your background skills. Means some students may come from CSC or IT background. Even some students may come from EC or EEE, or even some students come from MBA, which is unrelated to IT, right? MBA and degree basic. It's okay, no problem. So nowadays people are looking skilled candidates, no matter what background you have, which is non-technical or technical, no matter it is. How the way you learn, how the way you are going to write the code in reality, that is the matter for them. So anybody can come to the software industry to prove yourself with a lot of technical skills to improve. So Django is a framework which is used to write web application, develop the web application. What is web application means? The application which will provide, the application which will provide the services over the web is called web application. Yes. The application which will provide services over the web or internet is called web application. Suppose Flipkart, it will provide services over the internet, over the web only. What services? They'll sell the product and they have to purchase it like that. That's kind of services. Or banking services, web applications. That services also will be provided over the web only. Without internet, can you browse any banking applications? No. So that's what it will provide services over the web or internet, that is called web applications, we can call it. The application which will provide services over the web is called web application. In full stack development, to start building web applications, compulsory one framework is required, that is Django. And it is a Python-based web development framework which is written completely in Python language. Django framework, how they develop means by writing Python language. That's what Django did Python as a prerequisite. Next, subject number 3, REST API, which is really important in real times. Most of the students, they learn Python, after that they learn Django. Then they'll stop. It's waste of time. Okay, without REST API, if you learn only Django, that is waste time saying according to me. Okay, I'll tell you why this. Suppose there is a Flipkart.com website. You have seen one product on the Flipkart website. Next, you have select to buy a product, buy now. It will navigate to other page for the payment option. In the payment option, several payment options will be provided. And you can select any payment option, internet banking, credit card, or something like that. Okay. So whenever we select the payment option, the Flipkart.com website or web application will send the request to your concerned banking application. The banking application will take request from Flipkart and it will send to bank server. Server will give response of payment confirmation to the bank application. Bank application will give or should give response to Flipkart from where we are sending request. The Flipkart can understand payment has done the product trying to tell. Is it clear? Here you just put this very simple way. Flipkart, one web application. Your banking application is one more web application. There two web applications are talking together. Yes, they are communicating with each other. If there is no communication, you can't send request, they will not give response, payment was not done, product will not be placed. It's quite wrong. So two applications are communicating via API. The APIs are very important. Application communication is going to happen in reality what? Through API only. So imagine that if you don't know how to generate API for your Django web applications, then waste of time to develop website or web application. You are ready with Python with the Django web application, but your web application is not in a position to communicate with other applications, then why you are developing website? I said website development is for purpose, like to provide services to your customers. But if you are not providing services, even your web application is not able to communicate with other applications, then what is the need? Right? So that's what after learning Django, you must and should learn REST API subject also. This is also a framework, which is another framework, sir. So let me talk about REST API. What is REST stands for? First, REST stands for representational state transfer, and API stands for application programming interface. Okay. Yes, application programming interface. REST means represent, R means representational, S for state, T for transfer. And API stands for application programming interface. Simple, sir. The REST API is a framework. REST API is a framework. It is also Python based framework, which is used to generate the APIs for web applications. Yes. You can generate APIs for what? Web application to communicate with other applications. So the APIs which are generated by using REST architecture is called REST API. REST is an architectural pattern. We are generating APIs using that pattern only. So that's what we can call it as REST API. Okay. But in Python full stack development part, we are calling it as REST API. Even the same subject, Java people also they use. In Java full stack development, they used to call it as RESTful API. Even .NET full stack developers also, they are having same subject. They used to call it as Web API. Same subject, purpose is same, names are different according to me. .NET full stack developers are having Web API. Java full stack developers are having RESTful services or RESTful API. Python full stack developers are having the subject name called REST API. We are generating all the APIs for Django web applications by using what architecture? REST architecture. The That's what we can call it as subject name is REST API. Okay. And API is a software tool. Yes. API is a software tool which enable the web application to communicate with other applications. Okay, with other applications also. API is a software tool which enables the web application to communicate with other applications. So in simple word, I can say API act as a middleman services, means mediator between one application to another application. Mediatory services it will act. As I said, Flipkart banking side, who is the mediator? API, either banking API or Flipkart API. API can exchange the data. Okay, but how the API can exchange the data? I'll tell you one more important thing. Suppose your source web application, Flipkart, which is implemented by using Java, Azure, and the destination application by bank side, where I have account, SBI, Azure that implemented on .NET. Two different technologies, right? The source from where you are sending request Flipkart, which is implemented on Java, the destination website, that is banking website, which is implemented on .NET, for example. Two are different technologies to implement it. This type of communication is heterogeneous communication. The applications they are communicating, which was implemented on two different platforms or technologies. That is heterogeneous communication. Imagine that my source application implemented using Python Django, destination application also implemented using Python Django. Two are same technologies to implemented. This type of communication is called homogeneous communication. No matter either homogeneous communication or heterogeneous communication, compulsory the communication happen through via API. So API, how data can transmit means with help of JSON or XML, JavaScript, object, notation, JSON format, or XML format, extensible markup language. These formats, why only, sir? Because data can exchange with this format means any technology can understand easily by using XML or JSON. Because XML, JSON are open standard format. All technologies can understand clearly. But because your target application, .NET, your source application, Java means Java code cannot understand by .NET, .NET code cannot understand by Java like that. So who is mediator? API. API can convert that code into open standard format for communication, make it easy. That's what REST API is important, I'm telling you. Okay, so most important, we will spend a lot of time on REST API also. How the way you are developing Django websites or web application, extension subject is REST API also, which is really important. Okay, so this is about REST API. It is also a framework, which is completely Python framework code. And then last framework, which is Python framework, Flask. What is this Flask? Simple, sir. Flask is a micro framework. It is a micro framework which is used to develop, the single page web applications. Single page web applications. And you know that using Django we can develop web applications. But using Flask also we are going to develop web applications soon. But what is the main difference between Django and Flask? Why two frameworks are there in Python full stack development to develop web applications? Means Flask through we can develop very small scale applications and single page applications, dashboard kind of applications we can develop only Flask through. But whereas Django through we can develop medium scale applications and large scale applications also we can develop using Django, like e-commerce website, financial projects, like banking websites, everything large extent websites we can develop using Java. But Flask through only small scale. Okay, single page application, dashboard kind of application. Single page application means only one page we can do all the activities instantly. That's possible with Flask development only. And even in the middle of Django development or REST API development, any microservices program is required. Then Flask through we can write microservices programs because it is a micro frame, small frame, not even mini, it's micro, even small. So this is Flask development. This also, it is our part of the development process. So the learning process should be orders. I'll teach you same order. First, initially, I'll go with Python. First 45 days to 2 months, we'll focus on Python only. Because you must have the enough knowledge of Python, then only we can start your Django development. After completion of first 45 days to 2 months, then we'll go for Django development process. But in the Django development, what applications we can design? Web application. But web application development purpose, what is required, only Django, only Python is not enough. You must have the database knowledge. You must have the design of the web page. But how's that design of the web page and database knowledge? Look at this. There is a UI basics that I will teach in the Django part only, and SQLite 3 and MySQL. These are the database tools which I am going to teach in the Django time. So all together, UI and the database tools together, we can implement Django with REST API with Flask applications. Python only will teach separately. And once I start Django, all together include Django after development, REST API start. REST API after Flask will start. Flask is the last subject in our duration of the full stack learning process. Okay. So far I explained one language which is Python. Total 3 frameworks: Django, REST API, Flask. Now tell me, sir, in Python full stack development, majorly a person or programmer should focus on 2 areas. One is front-end development. Next one is back-end development. Front-end development and back-end development both need to be focused. The person who aware how to develop front-end as well as back-end development process, that person called as full stack developer. Tell me, sir, so far I explained one language Python, 3 frameworks, Django, REST API, Flask. These 4 subjects under comes into where? Front-end or back-end? Please think and tell me. Obviously, correct. Back-end application. This completely back-end, sir. No front-end. But what is front-end means? Look at this. Front-end development purpose only we can go for what? UI, user interface. You see any website, if you open for the first time, what you see on the screen, design, like home page, menu options, login form, user interface, everything is, that is called front-end. HTML or CSS styling purpose or bootstrap, any design. So this is completely UI. UI means user interface. User interface only under comes into part of front-end development. But back-end development, completely 3 subcomponents are there. One is the language, it's must and should be required. Which language I'm going to use, sir? Python. Total coding, I'm going to use Python only. Next one is the frameworks also required. Frameworks, what are the frameworks we are having? Django, REST API, and then Flask. These are the frameworks which I'm going to use for backend development. Next, the database tools. Yes. Database. Option number 3. The database also must be required. For database purpose, what we are going to learn means SQLite and MySQL. So backend is having 3. One is language and frameworks and database. Backend means the moment when we visit any website, you never see any Python logic, right? No. You never see framework logic. You never see database. Only you are going to see front-end design, user interface you are going to see. But remaining all the activities behind the scene, it will be performed. Functionality, actions, your details will store in database. But we can't see the database. You can read the data from database, but you can't go and visit, look at the database. Database privileges will be for admin people. You can't see them. For example, you have a bank account. Can you see bank database? No. You can do transactions. services. You can do your credential, change password, login system. That is all there with you in the design. So behind the scenes action will be performed. So logic, we will write Python. Frameworks through we can develop applications. Database for storage our data permanently. Yes, customer data must be stored in a permanent location, which is in database. For database purpose, we are using SQL and MySQL. Okay. And sir, what is framework exactly? I'm saying that Django is a framework. REST API is a framework. Flask is also a framework. What is meaning of framework? Very simple, sir. Framework is nothing but it's a set of rules and specifications. They are providing some set of rules and specifications or guidelines. As a developer, you must follow that rules and specifications and guidelines. By following it, we can develop applications. Or else I can say framework is nothing but it's a collection of libraries. Library is nothing but predefined classes. Each library contains predefined classes. Each predefined class contains some predefined methods, functionality. Ultimately, I can say the libraries means ready-made resources. Ready-made resources means what? Already they have implemented, they are giving to us. We have to ready to use. They have to use it, that's it. No implementation. Implementation who has given? Already Python programmers, Python developers or creators have given in the form of libraries. Whenever the moment we install Python software in my computer, automatically I'll get all the libraries. Using that libraries, I can start developing. What is the advantage if they have libraries means development time will be reduced, project cost also will be reduced because already they are providing pre-implementation libraries. We can ready to use it and extend our launch. Imagine that there is no libraries. Python don't provide libraries, for example. What we should do, you need to write code from scratch, beginning from it. It takes a lot of time. Development time will increase. As of the project also will increase. That's what Python offers plenty of libraries, hundreds of libraries are there. You can use it directly in your application implementation without writing code from scratch. That's what Python became a popular language. Why not? Suppose if you go for data science or data analysis, they always used to ask, do you know Python? Why they don't ask, do you know Java or do you know C#.NET or do you know C++? For moving towards data analytics or data science or AI and ML, why they ask only Python? Because Python is popular for them. Without having Python knowledge, you can't understand AI tools and AI libraries. AI completely depend on Python only, sir. Whatever we are using, chat, GPT or something. And I forgot to say one thing. In this, apart from Python subject, Django subject, REST API, Flask, UI basics, and SQL and MySQL database, I am also going to cover from this batch onwards some important key libraries. Okay, I'm happy to announce these key libraries also I'm going to include. What are the key libraries? So this is one most important key library called NumPy, especially for data analysis and data visualization purpose. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and then Seaborn. These are the data analytics or data visualization libraries. These also I'm going to cover in our Python program, advanced Python program. And I'm going to teach you complete Python with our own logics, as usual, regular part. Okay, but in the middle, sometimes I recommend to use AI tools to make your Python code more efficient. The AI tools, that is AI search engines are there, right? Chat GPT, I'm going to include this. Next one is Gemini AI. This also I'm going to cover. Next, which is most popular and important, Claude, and then Perplexity. These also I'm going to cover in our lectures so that you will get full knowledge. Whenever you are going to write Python logic, all of a sudden you are unable to find your bug or issue in the application. What we can do, any AI tool you can use. Most of them are going to use ChatGPT. Okay, but I recommend this is the best option because data analysis and error handling purpose Claude will give proper result, and even perplexity also go better compared to ChatGPT. People heard that ChatGPT in most of the cases because whenever they have doubt, directly they can go for ChatGPT only. It's okay, nice. ChatGPT also will give the proper result and all. But current latest news, it may not give. You can go and search in ChatGPT. Okay. So what is the latest news on today API, today AI tools means it won't give. Latest one it will not. But if you go to Perplexity and search same thing, what is the latest news on AI tools means it will give today only. Today news only. Because every week or every 10 days or 1 month at least, a new AI platform is going to be created. New AI tools will be come to the market. Even lot of AI tools are there, right? Different. We don't even know the names also. But there are lot of AI tools existed in the market, but it's hard thing to use these all tools because every tool is different aspect we have to use. So that's the reason actually. But Perplexity, what it will do, it will not directly go and collect the data from website. So first it will analyze that, and whatever the data is presented, current news on a different website, and it will collect and it will form the data and display the data to you. Because Perplexity don't have any separate AI model. Okay, but ChatGPT is having separate AI models. On that model, it has to work. But Perplexity will use all these models. And based upon that models, result what they give, and it will analyze, it will collect the different site data, and it will disclose. So I'm telling you that I'm going to cover this all AI tools in the Python development process. You will see what wonders we'll create in upcoming sessions with Python with AI. Okay, so that you have a knowledge. If you know how to use these AI tools also, it will be advantage, add an advantage for your career, for sure. Because so some persons, especially my friends are working in company, even one of the guy who is close to me is working in Microsoft. He's having around 17 years experience. So recently I met him. He said that their company senior authority or company management people are forced to use AI in their companies. Forced to use AI. If you don't use AI, then they'll ask the question, why you are not using AI today? Then why don't you use like this one? Got clarity? So that's what it's common thing. You must use AI. Because why? They are asking to use AI. If I don't use AI, if I start writing my code own, then obviously I'll take time, right? Yes, sir. It takes time to develop. But why they are asking AI to work quickly, to deliver the product code quickly? That is the matter. See, sir, if I want to generate one game, obviously I'll take 1 hour time, even though it is Python. Any game, 1 hour time I'll take. Because if I start writing libraries and I need to write, I need to type as per my knowledge and my own. Even whenever I stuck, I need to think and extend the logic. But if you go ChatGPT or GenAI or Claude, type the command or prompt. Prompt we can call it as. Prompt means we should give prompting based upon our prompting, it will listen. So please ChatGPT search box, you can type it simply. Okay, write a code for generating a game like tic-tac-toe or something like that. Then wait 1 minute, code will give it. 1 minute only, not even less than more than 1 minute. Collect the code and run in Python. Game start, you can play. Which is better. That's what I said. Even in my sessions, okay, but actually we don't require AI tools for learning Python because Python itself is easy. But even if you are unable to handle the situations or handle the errors, what we can do is simply I can copy the code where the error is occurred and place in search, AI tool search engine, then that will show you clear description, what mistake you have done, also clearly they mention. So we can easily rectify. Not only for that, for example, I have a one task. Okay. So program to find the biggest of two numbers. This is my program. People may write in different style. You may write in different way. I may write in different way. Some other write in different way. 3-4 programs are there. 3-4 programs with me. Which is best? I have to decide. Because code optimization we can call as. This is code optimization. Code optimization means which is the best suitable for process. Less processes start, it has to be taken. Not more loaded, more memory cases. Okay. But what I can't decide that which is the less process and less memory will take. Code optimization. I have similar category programs, 4-5 are there. I can give 4 or 5 programs in the chat GPT or Perplexity or Sunday. Then immediately it will monitor or scan it and immediately result which code, which program is better, it will give result. That we have to use in real time. Everyone will write code, sir. I'll write code, you will write also code, same task, output will come. No matter of output. The code, how the way it runs smoothly is important. Okay. Same requirement purpose, if I write 30 lines, code can execute and we got the result. You have written only 15-20 lines. Yes, your code is very optimized because it will not take much more time to process. That is the better. So how to analyze code optimization, which is better? Again, we can use this AI tools. Not only just example, I'm telling you, there are many options to use to utilize this AI tools with program. I'm saying that nowadays every programmer must and should have the idea of how to use these also. It's like nothing but search engines. How you are going to search in Google, same thing here also. But you have to know how to prompt properly. In even Google search also, what will happen? The way you are typing, based upon that, the result will come in the links, right? Some people will type wrongly, okay? But some people will type correctly like this. Formation of the sentence or prompt you have to give. So that's what prompt, if it is correct, then accurate result, there may be chance to get properly. If you are giving wrong prompt, then same, it will act also same. Based on that only, it will give the result. So that is the case, sir. I'm happy to say that I'm going to introduce, already in my previous batches also, I have explained these all libraries. It is data analysis libraries. And from now onwards, I'm going to focus on this also with Python integration with AI tools, how it works. Even not only here, normally whenever we start editors, editor means you know that PyCharm editor we are going to use in my Python lectures or Visual Studio. All editors nowadays are coming with AI integration. There is an option called AI activation. In your editor, if you activate AI, then easy to finish your task. If you don't activate, you have to write your code. If you activate in the editor, any mistakes or any wherever you stuck in the logic, you can ask the AI, immediately give that quick response, and without wasting time, you can finish your task as soon as possible like this. So this is the importance of AI tools also I'm going to cover. So this is our first lecture demo, what I want to say. Okay. In this session, nothing I discussed, just full stack development, what subjects are there, each subject's purpose is what. In tomorrow's session, we will focus completely on Python, sir. Because as I said that first 45 days to 2 months, I'm going to focus on Python. Once you will become good at Python, then we'll start with Django development for web application. After that, REST API and Flask. In the Django before, I'm going to cover UI basics and database knowledge also we'll use them. Once you have a database knowledge with UI design knowledge, then we'll start web application with Java. And 3 to 4 projects also I'm going to cover, hands-on project. So everybody should do projects as your own coding so that you can claim in your resume. So I did so and so projects like this as a fresher candidate. So that they can analyze this candidate also having some coding knowledge because he did their own projects. So we can hire based upon the skills. But experienced candidate who wants to put up 3 years or 4 years experience after completion of full stack development, I would strongly suggest that experienced candidates should not keep any projects in the resume. Okay, most of them are asking me, sir, I am going to put 3-4 years experience in my resume. Please suggest me at least 2-3 projects, real-time projects. No, that's not correct. Because you are already claiming yourself as an experienced guy, right? That means you have worked already in one company. In that company, what was your roles and responsibilities you have to write in the resume. Am I right or not? But fresher candidate, you can include your hands-on project, what you did from your side, that you can include, and you should be in a position to explain about that project if they ask questions. Yes, easily you can explain because you have written code and so that's the proper way to put that projects in resume. Only fresher candidates you can include projects in your resume. Experienced candidate, no project should be included. Rather than your roles and responsibilities should be written in resume. What was your previous company experience? What was role in that? They'll ask children. Okay, this is the thing actually. So this is from my side today. If you have any questions from your side, you can feel free to ask me. And every session is going to be recorded. Even this also is recording now. And next you have 3 more demos, not offline students, especially who are attending online. You have still 3 more demo sessions. You can feel free to attend 3 more lectures. After that, you can decide. Okay. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me. Type your question in chat box so that I can read it and I can answer. Proceed. I'm not sure. Full stack Java, full stack Python, difference is all are full stack only. But if based on your requirement, if you want to go in Java platform, go for Java platform. Or .NET full stack .NET, Python full stack Python. Choose anyone. The Flipkart, Amazon, eBay, Snapdeal, so many sites are there. Difference between what? Same services. SBI Bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, same services, but customer interest. Okay, and then more features. HDFC Bank will give interest rate more. I can open the account for them. Got it, okay. So it's based on opportunities also. Yes, obviously, student point of view, you must think about opportunities which are there, like Java, full stack, .NET, full stack, Python, full stack. But I can say simply Java and .NET also too good. I'm not degrading that. Even I used to teach .NET full stack also for online students, not offline. But the thing is only time duration and time constant especially. For example, if you go for Python full stack learning process, it hardly finishes 4 to 5 months. .NET full stack, it will go for 6 to 7 months. Java full stack, it will go for up to 1 year. 9 months minimum, 1 year maximum, Java full stack. Because syllabus is vast, too big. Learning it takes time. You have enough patience, obviously go for Java. Okay, that's the reason. And the survival is easy in full stack, Python. Survival means after getting a job. That survival is also important, right? Means I am getting a job today and after 3 months, due to lack of technical aspects, if I should quit from job means that's not meaning to me. So survival important. I'm saying that in these 3 areas, survival will be easy in full stack Python. And even the advantage of Python is what you know. Once you know about Python, you can play multiple roles in the company. You can apply multiple jobs. Python knowledge anyway you have. With your interest later, you can upgrade your skills with data analytics, data science, or AI, vision learning, deep learning, statistical analysis, many more. Of course, skills need to be improved last year in Python full stack development. Even AI tools all are implemented, all generation algorithms and all with Python only. For AI tools, base is Python only. Yes, obviously. Depends on your requirement. Okay, we can't say that which is best, which is not good. Okay, because all are good only. It depends on their usage, like that. So in software industry, it's completely different. Sometimes one programming language will, other programming language will start downfall. Again, all of a sudden in the market, new programming language will shine. Do you know, last 7, 8 years back, Python, no one was used, obviously. But last recent 5 to 6 years, from that period, Python became larger. People use in IT companies, people are using that much power gain with Python, because Python uses many aspects. Libraries are there. Why became Python is a popular language means only the reason is Python offer very much good rich libraries which can be used and fulfill your applications development faster and faster when compared to Java as well as Java. But Java.NET also will provide or offer libraries, but into their applications only, not general. Okay. For data science or AI or AWS or DevOps, nobody asks you, do you have Java knowledge? But they must ask, do you have Python knowledge? Because Python libraries they use. That is the matter. In software industry, you have to catch like this only. According to the market trend, you have to update, which is top, then we go. That's we can crack and take the decision immediately also. Don't delay again. Here, even as a faculty, for example, here right now Python and AI and trending, I have to update myself and deliver the product. But after 10 years also, I used to teach same thing only means, will you accept? That is not at all work out in current situations. I have to upgrade, keep on. So every day is the learning process for me and you also. That's it. So I hope you understand that. I'm just closing the session today. What requirements? Requirements means, are you asking like before full stack any prerequisite requirement?
Python full stack writings. Some readings are not only these course are you are giving requirements.
I'm going to teach complete full stack Python subjects. Okay. And after completion of learning of full stack subjects from our institute, so we don't provide any companies and job assistants and all. Okay. If no placement support, obviously placement assistance will be. If any people will come to us, then your resumes will send to them, and they'll have according to their requirement. Okay, but we will not give any guarantee. No guarantee. If anybody give guarantee, also please don't trust them. Okay, because that is completely trash. That's what we are not going to give false commitment from DURGASOFT. DURGASOFT will never give that kind of false commitment, and we are not into that part. But other, they are into that part only. They used to say job guarantee. They'll collect 30, 40, 70, 1 lakh. But if you believe, then okay, no problem. Okay, in fact.
It's solving MySQL or front-end. Before only it's not completing full stack programs with the great job through on MySQL. How to handle it through MySQL, otherwise you can continue.
If you are going to get the job on MySQL, you have to do on MySQL only.
If you don't have other choice, you can handle it other.
Obviously. No, I'm asking. You are asking that in the middle of learning Python full stack, all of a sudden you got a job in MySQL. Then you have to go with that. After learning, you can. If you have skills, then you can. Obviously. Yes, yes. See, you are learning these subjects, right? Suppose some company need only Django developer. They are enough Python developers, but they are lack of Django developers. They'll hire the candidates only who are expert in Django. You have any Django skills, you can apply. You have Python skills, you can apply. Like that, different aspect you can. See, MySQL, you are saying MySQL, that's what I'm telling you. MySQL and SQL Server, Oracle, only backend development. But according to my knowledge, previously, like 2, 3 years back, there was a jobs like exclusively database developers, backend developers, we can call it as. Nowadays, what's happening, after AI occupied a lot of space in IT company, once you got a chance to work as a software engineer, everything you have to do from your side. You should be act as a programmer, you should be act as a tester, you should be act as a database designer. No other people will entertain. Previously, how it was, I am Python developer, programmer. I need to write code, that's it. Database and everything you can do. You are the database software engineer, right? Backend developer, you are. Backend developers, they'll do backend. Front-end developers like UI design, they'll do design templates. And behind the logic coding purpose, I can do my Python code, all integrated. Integration purpose, they are separating. But nowadays, completely gone. One person can do everything. I hope you understand. There is no separation of jobs, for sure. Don't try in that way. Okay. If it is, it might be there somewhere, exclusive database developers like that. But nowadays, no companies are entertained like this. I know only database, I know only Python. Please hire me, sir. You have multiple skills like full stack, then okay. They can manage your resources any aspect, right? They don't need to think about how hiring the people again. All of a sudden, Django requirements start 20 people in 8 weeks. Again, hiring process. It's a cost effective on the company. Hiring process is also not easy for them. Again, it's a cost effective. So that's what, once they hire you as a full stack developer, they can utilize your resource in any aspect. Any way they can use it. You have to be ready to do that according to them. So that's all for today's session. So if you have any questions who are in online, please proceed it. I'll wait here 2 more minutes. So feel free to attend the next 3 more demo sessions by using same link at same time, 10 a.m. So after that, you can decide. Okay. So have a nice time. See you tomorrow. Thanks for attending this session.